Hey guys, we're back with Everlasting Summer. We're on the Semyon route, everybody. Yay! Semyon route, everybody. Semyon route. Yeah, it's pretty cool, if I say so myself. There's some guy, no idea who he is, like running around the camp. Where should I go? Oh no, there's not much time till the dinner. Sudden thought came to me that it would be nice to refresh myself, and so I went towards the beach. The sun has passed the midday mark a while ago. It's dark here early as the south. I squinted and looked at the flaming disc. What was that just now? I flinched. Hey, who are you? You look nice. The same mysterious guy who was standing in front of me. Once again, his face was hard to see due to the bright light. For the moment, the sun blinded me, so I could not see anything besides objects faint contours. Are you stalking me? Nope, I was just passing by, he answered calmly. Then you should know better. So you haven't seen anyone? Correct. I rubbed my eyes, but it didn't help. Why didn't I see you at lunch? I asked bluntly. I was not hungry. He laughed. No, you need food. I blinked a few times. My vision came back. Oh, but the pioneers miraculously disappeared once again. What's going on? No, I was absolutely sure that there's something strange with that guy. It must be directly related to everything happening around here. I have to find out. But for starters, it's good to confirm that I'm not mistaken, that he's not just a local pioneer. It was quite crowded at the beach. Looked like everyone from the camp was here. Well, no wonder, it's so hot outside. Olga was just standing just a bit further from everyone, keeping an eye on the army of pioneers. As soon as I thought that coming here might not have been the best idea, she noticed me. Hey, Semyon, hey! Where's our lineup? In general, you're hanging out around the whole day. I did not know how to answer. Just how are you planning on becoming a proper pioneer? I don't want to be a pioneer. She continued softer. Olga in the camp. Is there a pioneer who looks a lot like me? She looked up, surprised. Maybe. I don't know. Why do you ask? I'm just curious. Oh, we have a lot of boys here. Alright, never mind. You know, all guys look the same. Well, looks like I'll be spared a lecture. I lowered myself on the sand and started staring at the pioneers playing in the water. After a few minutes of me sitting there, Oriana approached me. Why so sad? I'm not sad. So why are you sitting here all alone, just thinking? About what? I said despair the story about the mysterious pioneer. Well, imagine that. You're chatting with a weird person. You have to figure out exactly what is so weird about them. Simple. I'll just ask them. She laughed. Too simple. But he won't answer. How do you know? Have you tried asking? No, but it's obvious. Yana did not answer, just sat down next to me and let out a tired sigh. I'm all swummed out. What if they know something, but won't tell you? Make them. But how? For some more time, we were sitting here together talking about random things, and then I got up, said goodbye, and went away. It's time to find the mysterious stranger and get all the answers. Yes, get the answers! First place to visit was the bus stop. After all, this is where it all began. The road was empty as always. Only small dust tornadoes were eerily visible on it. I was ready to turn around and go back to the camp, but then I heard someone's whisper. Do not trust him. Someone was hiding behind the monument. Pioneer was sitting here with his back to me. Once again, the voice seemed strangely familiar. Who are you? Took a few steps towards him. Stop! Do not come any closer. For some reason, I feared my steps. Somewhere deep inside, assurance came to me, and I understood that it's not worth arguing with him. Alright, I'll stay here. Have you seen him? Talked to him? He asked nervously. Who are you even talking about? He was dressed in the pioneer uniform. You know who. I definitely did know. He was talking about the weird pioneer I saw earlier. Who could that be, Kiss? I asked after a few moments of silence. What did he tell you? Pioneer asked with a begging tone. Nothing special. Did he give you advices? Advices? Did he tell you what to do? Threaten you? No, nothing like that. First he seemed pretty weird, but nothing more than that. Remember, he may not be alone. Or more like, he is alone, but you may meet here many pioneers who look like him. What about you? Who are you? Who are you hiding from? You'll understand. With time. Just remember, the most important thing is to find the exit. Of course, find the exit! All of a sudden, a strong gust of wind came through, ripping leaves from the floor, from the trees, and throwing an old paper bag into my face. Guarding myself, I had averted my eyes. When I looked back at the monument, the pioneer is already gone. At the moment, I got overwhelmed by fear. Oh god. Is this just... Are there just gonna be like 10 Semyons running around trying to kill each other? I feel like I've seen that plot somewhere before. At the moment, I got overwhelmed by fear. Real, almost material fear. I remember being scared during my first hours at this camp, but back then everything around me was kind and friendly. I was hoping I could wield its fangs, getting ready to eat me. And ahead, the unknown. My body was covered in goosebumps, my throat was dry, and my hands were shaky. I tried to ignore it all and headed back to the camp. It was almost dinner time, and I had no desire to go to the canteen. After meeting the second mysterious pioneer, just thinking about the locals gave me, if not fear, but definitely the creeps. I don't know who and what they all are. Even though nothing happened, yet, it does not mean I can trust them. Stopped in front of the clubhouse and then realized this is not the best spot to be at. I could have run into someone, which is not something I wanted to do at the moment. Almost running, I rushed towards the forest and walked a few meters along the path before finally stopping. On one side, the mysterious pioneer, well, 2 of them to be exact. On the other, all the other inhabitants of this camp seemed absolutely normal. And anyways, my decision to stand back to let everything resolve on its own was under some serious pressure. At this point, it was clear to me. I had to do something on my own. What exactly? Everyone's probably having dinner, so I have a good chance to make it to Olga's place without being noticed. I decided to first take my clothes that I wore when I got here along with my cell phone. I'll be able to come up with a solid plan right now, off the bat for the time being, so I might as well hide in the forest. I leaped over the steps and into the building. My clothes were right where I left them, and my phone was where it was supposed to be, under the pillow. I quickly grabbed it and inserted it stuff into my pocket, but then noticed something on the screen. The message window was open. The text read, "You're wrong, Samyan. You are so young." But like my soul had left my body. I froze on the spot. I was shaking and my blood was pumping so hard. It felt like my skull was going to burst open from the pressure. It took me at least a full minute to come back to my senses. Olga could have typed this message. No, she couldn't have. We're one of the pioneers. It's easy to figure out how to do it, even if they're not familiar with this technology. But no one said to me should know where I keep the phone. Where did he keep it anyways? Like in his bag? I don't know. The event was at the straw that broke the camel's back. I rushed out of the house, determined never to come back here. Night dawned on the campgrounds. This is kind of spooky. What's Semyon doing? Why is he trying to kill himself? Oh, spoiler alert, that's Semyon. I've been sitting in the woods for a few hours, shaking from every noise. The spot that I chose was far away from the camp, so it would be hard to find me. I was keeping a few plans in my head in the time being, to try and run, to kill every single person in this camp. However, on the other hand, one thought chased me, and I realized that I shouldn't behave like that just because some strange pioneer, or even because of that message on the phone. All this was reinforcing the thought that everything happening here was far from being normal. However, there is no proof that anyone in this camp had to do something with it. I could have stayed here until morning, lost in my thoughts. Then I heard footsteps coming from somewhere nearby. So you decided to escape after all. Hey, it's me! Hey, me! I turned around but couldn't see the pioneer's face in the dark. Nevertheless, I'm pretty sure it was him. I wasn't afraid then. More precisely, I was so physically exhausted that I was prepared for any possible course of events. Someone managed to reason appropriately and to maintain the conversation. I wouldn't call this escape. Answered with a delay, stretching every word. Huh? And what's that? A tactical retreat? Brilliant! He burst into laughter. Listen, why don't you tell me what's going on? Who are you? And what do you want from me? What did that guy tell you at the gate? Seemed like he didn't even hear my question. He told me not to trust you. I lied. On the other hand, I thought that it was what you meant. Well, this is always the way of doing. Running away, hiding. I hear irritation in his voice. I'm not sure what kind of circus you're in here, and I'm not gonna be part of it. Oh, why? You're the star, after all. I couldn't see his face, but I bet he was smiling. Yeah, how do you know? Explain my part to me then. You know, I was like you in the beginning. At the first time, everything went smooth. Then I escaped, tried to understand what was going on, got mad, and even tortured them to get the truth. He laughed crazily. I shivered. It was pointless. Getting near the pioneer after coming down the pit. Pointless. Then the laughs started. First I was hearing their voices from the distance, sometimes in my head. Then vague silhouettes appeared. Then I slowly obtained their physical form. Finally, they stepped into my world. I could touch them, introduce them to other pioneers. They were all different. Different, you get it? Different! He started shouting. It occurred again and again. You used to laughs, right? Then I learned how to get into the world by myself, to interact with others. But it turns out that I'm not alone. But there's lots of us. Today you saw at least one of them. Well said. I didn't know what question to ask, but I didn't want to interrupt his story. They're just simply waiting. A minute after he continued. It's not that simple, of course. It's not always possible. Only under certain circumstances, when you feel strong emotions, for example. I instantly remembered how I saw him for the first time, the time when I didn't feel any emotions at all, including the moments when you feel happy. As if you're reading my thoughts. I see. So you're trying to say that there's several parallel worlds, including the same camp with its inhabitants, where I'm replaced by you, like I am at the bus stop. Yeah, something like that. Wait, so is this not me, but... Yeah, I didn't notice it kind of looks a bit different. Like, the hair's darker and his eyes are shaded in rather than just being empty. Things didn't surprise me at all. In the end, it's clear that whatever happens here is beyond the limits of human understanding. This theory doesn't seem that most unusual one. You said that everything occurs. Yes, it occurs. And what will happen afterwards? We'll start from the very beginning. You'll wake up in the bus, come to the camp, meet Olga, the girl who's electronic. But if it happens to you, then what should happen to me as well? It happens to everyone. Once again, he laughed hysterically. How many labs have we experienced so far? Stop counting them already. First I should remember them though. Maybe a few hundreds? I wonder, it's very clear that this guy was suffering from a progressing mental dysfunction. But you searched for a way out, didn't you? He didn't answer. That's what the guy was talking about at the bus stop. Because he understands nothing, he shouted. Because he's just like you, constantly running your way, hiding. What would you suggest then? If I had any suggestion, I wouldn't have been standing here and talking to you. Alright, but you were trying, weren't you? Are you trying to understand what I know? Since I've been around here for plenty of time? Yes, cheerfully. Well, that's empty. Yes, I did try to run away from you. There. You wait for its forest. There's nothing there. Nothing but trees. I've been watching it for several days and it finally passed out. I found myself in the bus again. Save for walking along the road. It's done this. Talking to somebody about that is pointless. Probably already understood it yourself. I did. I had it. Even if you try to explain the situation directly, at best, you'll just be considered an idiot. What if you try not to leave the bus? It's pointless. Sooner or later, but just the same, you'll be found. I haven't tried to spend all my time there. In the end, I fell asleep, and everything started from the beginning. But what if you started it by yourself and leave? No keys. I don't have any car checking skills. A cursed cycle. Exactly. Long silence fell. Oh, hey, sorry, as my headset just died there. You know, I mentioned that. Like, I think it was last time. What about the people around here? Don't they just raise absolutely reasonable suspicions? Suspicions? Laughter again. The only thing that is suspicious about them is that no matter how much you would tell them, they'd stare at you with their eyes out in the stalks. People. I fear them at first too. Can I use them for different experiments? Now I don't consider them humans at all. They're all dolls. Puppets. You can easily predict any reaction, any word or action. Okay. So they aren't worth fearing, are they? One who's worth fearing is yourself. He said softly. Do you not know how funny it is when the human bones are packing when they're slowly breaking from distension? It's like he's finally lost his marbles. Listen, I understand everything, but things that it's a bit thick too. But it doesn't matter. Nobody but you was here. Pioneer suddenly no silent. Well, no, I don't agree with you. Probably think that's why I didn't check this all by myself. Well, why I didn't try to reach the nearest village or town. Yes, I didn't have some thought. Why I wasn't suspicious. Why I was doing something different instead of searching for answers. Well, yes, forget about it. It's normal. We all behave like this for the first time. How many others have you seen so far? Not that many. Pioneer got lost in thought. About 10 people maybe? But I'm sure there's much more of them. And is everyone like this? In fact, yes. Only the details are different, but the main thing is invariable. There's no way out of here. By the way, you're just like the majority of them. The only thing that differs is that you've heard everything from me instead of experienced that by yourself. I don't know if I should have thanked him for that. Well, and what now? Nothing, he said shortly. Closed my eyes and got lost in thought. That was a critical mistake. Oh. When I opened my eyes, I didn't see anyone, just like the previous time. So it's clear what's going on. In fact, how could everything he said just quiet me to an answer? How long have I been going on? I've been going on since, I think it says, I'm assuming that's 324? Okay. I can go on a little bit longer. It's someone not alone. It's everything requires. But what's the reason for all this? And what is more important, here's the way out. The only useful thing that I extracted from the conversation was the local inhabitants were not worth fearing. It was quite significant to me now, since it was much better to sleep in a warm cabin than in the forest. I said I took my things and headed towards the camp. As I was walking, the conversation with my fellow sufferer popped up in my mind every now and then. Why did I not ask him about the message on my phone and some other stuff? There were hints, after all. Maybe if I found some small details, I could have drawn some conclusions. However, our meetings don't seem to be the last one. The lights are on in Olga's cabin. I opened the door and gently came in. Think of the level, here you are. I was kind of expecting Semyon. Well, that guy is Semyon, right? Or is he someone else? I think he's Semyon. Like, can't believe you're so angry. Olga, I'm tired now, so let's delay your lecturing. Tired of what, I wonder? If I understood what happened correctly, I don't think I did. Basically, that guy's Semyon, or maybe someone else. I think Semyon. After living through this camp like hundreds of times, like the Endless Eight or Bravely Default. So, or Groundhog Day. Yeah, that's a good example. So he's basically just stuck in a time loop. I think he said 7 days. So is this the same Semyon that like did the liner out the illustrator and everything? Wonder. Tired of what, I wonder? Of everything. I stopped rudely. The camp leader looked at me with surprise. Fell in bed without unjustly. Semyon, a role model pioneer shouldn't behave like that. How should he behave then? Not like that. The camp leader stumbled for a moment, as if picking the right words. He should respect seniors. I respect you immensely, be sure. Semyon, sarcasm in my voice didn't remain unnoticed. And now I'd like to sleep. Wait, by the way, how far is the nearest town? When does the bus arrive? How can I even get out of here? Asked in a surprisingly calm voice. There's no answer. There shouldn't have been any. I said this in order to get rid of her. That's kind of mean, Look, she looks sad. I think that's her. I don't think. Why are you silent? I'm tired. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Okay. Camp leader got up and turned off the light. Yes, it's just like that guy said. Why did I speak to him so calm and adequately, I wonder? I should have been shivering from horror. This pioneer didn't have much credibility, but I had a feeling that he's unable to hurt me. As soon as I thought that it would be a good idea to ask something else, the fatigue took over me and I passed out. Day 7? Okay, so this is weird. Interesting, but weird. It doesn't really help me learn anything. It's just giving me more questions. Hopefully things at least wrap themselves up by the end of the round. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.